So we're now going to take a look at some very cookie cutter copycat leaf crafts. How about that one? Very cookie cutter. Does anyone think that these are thought of by children and made by very young children? So there are many different ways to make these cookie cutter leaf crafts.
So do these types of crafts bother you at all?
So for fall leaves, we're going to do a few of these. They're going to get this reference sheet and they're going to be encouraged to make one or many different bare trees. And then they're going to have to decorate them. One way is to use the dyeing method with fall colored leaves, and they'll have to add that to their bare trees. Another way is to just use different printmaking material like sponges or whatever else we found to decorate their leaves, their trees with fall leaves. And a third thing will be to do printmaking with leaves. Here was another set of trees that I've used for children as a reference. Now here is an 8-year-old doing me a favor and making a tree with the fall colors using the tissue paper. And then here was another 8.5-year-old, some of the ones that she has done. And then I have a whole bunch that I did once many years ago in one of my art classes. Here I see that I allowed them to use oil pastels as well to make the trees and Sharpies, and then they were allowed to use all of the bleeding fall colored tissue papers to decorate their trees. As you can see, some of them put the colors all over the paper, some of them just on the trees. This one colored all around with oil pastels, and there were lots of really nice ones actually. So now we start with the second leaf craft, drawing the trees. Lots of ages here. They can't all draw them very well. And now they're using pieces of toys and other items, bottle caps, and fall-colored paint to stamp their trees with fall-colored leaves.
Can you deal with a lack of perfection in children's art?
Just look to really young ones like these 2-year-olds that are trying to do this art project if you're worried about perfection. So here we have some of the results. We had a 4-year-old that tried it twice with getting the idea of drawing 2 lines for a trunk. This was another 4-year-old just did not have the skills to be able to copy that and just ended up using the colors as is. This was an 8-year-old. This was a drip, but that was with the tissue paper. And then we had 2 8.5-year-olds and I think another one. But these are the basic ways that this was done. So for this activity, I wasn't able to get any of my volunteers, my volunteer artists, so I'll just show it to you myself. So this is another way of using fall leaves. You just pick them, you pick out the leaves, and you have to have the colors on some kind of sheet or plate like that, and then you'll have to paint it because it doesn't work so well to stick it in. You have to paint it on, and then it's really like a printing activity. Now sometimes you might want to do a tree and have them do it on top of that as well, but you don't have to. This is just showing the leaves, since they are green, but when you're putting the fall colors on, you get a really nice array of leaves. Now, I'm not washing out my brush, which is fine when you're doing fall because it's all kind of just mushing together to make the fall leaves. So you can have as large as a paper as you want. You can do different shaped leaves, of course. Here, this is a huge one. This was a maple leaf that got a little dried out already. Small ones, large ones, and they got a lot of nice prints of the leaves.
If you want to find out more about what's wrong with copycat cookie cutter crafts, then go to my website, EduArt for number 4 kids. You'll get a free mini course that will explain it all.